hi there, how is it going? Welcome back to Cartload 2. That's part 2 of Cartload is what we've got for you this afternoon here on Crafters TV. We had an incredibly busy show earlier. It was fast and it was furious. We've already had sellouts, but you've only missed 1 or 2 items. It's a good thing. So lots of fabulous deals still in stock, lots of them with double discount. We're going to bring you the discount we were normally going to bring to you, and then we've slapped a little bit extra discount on top for you as well, which is great. You haven't got me to thank though. Oh no, you've got this lady to thank. Sara's here. How are you, Sara?
Oh, I am absolutely going to take that. I love that Joe's managed to just give the whole credit of the whole double discount week onto me. Taking that, Joe. I tell you what, you thought Thursdays were good already. Thursdays, you know Cartload is our biggest show of the week, and if you're just out there to do some shopping and pick up a bit of a bargain, then Thursday's the day to do it. Yes, I'm going to do a little bit of education, but not quite as much as we'd get through all the other days, because we're literally fast and furious on the deals. And as if that wasn't good enough, with the double discount this week, it means you've got all your normal Cartload deals and you've got a little bit extra something special. So there's a few things on there that I've asked to be added on because they are my favourite things to use. So wait till you see the great discounts that we've got on the score milestone with some A3 card. You've all been waiting for it. I asked to have our foil press on there because I've put some of my favourite foil dies. You guys know how much I love working with the foil press. Wait till you see some of the dies that I've got to show you on that as well. So honestly, it's going to be fabulous.
It really will be. And we had a very, very busy show earlier. Now, I need to share with you some of the absolute ones to watch in this show. The Xyron, first up, always so incredibly busy when we bring this one to you. It's the 1.5 inch, £7.28 or $10.52. It was going to be 10% off. And then we said, no, let's give them another 10% off. Let them eat cake, as they say. It was very busy in the earlier show. It allows you to turn all of your die cut elements into fabulous stickers. So don't miss out on that. People absolutely rave about those. Ooh, more adhesives for you on the show. We have got the Collal glue, but we've done it in a go big or go home kind of way because we've got 4 pots. It is the bumper collection. If you love this, if you know that it's amazing as it is, and you want to really get yourself stocked up, then this is the deal for you. $14.97 or $19.47 to get all of those, which is fantastic. Now we've got some acrylic stamps on the show for you, and they were so busy earlier. 18 of them, in fact, in total. So let me take you through a few of them. A woman is only helpless when her nail polish is drying. Apparently.
The only time ever, mind. The only time ever.
The only time ever. A balanced diet is the idea of a cupcake in both hands.
Oh yeah, that's me too, at the moment.
I won't be impressed by technology until I can download food.
Oh yeah, that one's me too.
The next one is, life is not a fairy tale if you lose your shoe at midnight. You're drunk.
Yeah, that's my sister. That's what I love about these. You can see, as you're looking at the sentiments, you can see someone who needs it.
Absolutely. How do I like my eggs? In a cake, duh.
Yeah, also me.
Chocolate doesn't ask silly questions. Chocolate understands.
That's you.
Yeah, that is me. The best way out is always through. I think that's both of us. But yes, 18 different sentiments in there. Great for a whole host of things. Wonderful on card projects. Great for home decor as well. There's loads that you can do. Oh, can I share with you this super juicy deal that we've got for you on these sparkle pens, because it is quite simply amazing. Now, we've done something really special already with the sparkle pens. So we've given you 10% off of them all individually, which is great. So $19.99 or $26.36 instead of $24.99 or $32.95. But when you get them all together, we give you an extra juicy discount, because you can get Coastal Cottage, Floral Gardens, Nature Trail, Autumn, Winter, Spring, Summer and Vintage Tones, all of them together, $95.96 or $126.52. You'll get free postage on it, you get free shipping and handling. You can use your club inspired discount, of course, as well. 20 plus another 20% off, which is fantastic. Right, there's some of my highlights and ones to watch. I know Sara's got a whole heap of other things that she's had her eye on that she wants you to grab in this Cartload show.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw this morning's show with Debbie, but my word, these were like the hottest item, no pun intended, right? These are our amazing foils. So Kenzie, I'm going to show you the actual cards that you're going to do. So they're called the Radiating Foil. So we've got the foil press machine itself on, and then we've got this selection of radiating foils. Now, when you start seeing some of the things that I'm going to be doing with the foil press, and what I'll do is I'll switch the details for you from the foil press to the actual dies, because I know most of you watching will have a foil press. If you don't, hello guys, today's the day, right? But foiling onto your own little mini bags. I've been doing loads of sewing at the moment, Joe. How awesome are these with the foiling on them? Great for shaker cards, these. Great just when you just want to draw your eye. And look at this one here. When we get onto, how amazing is this? Onto a little bit of vellum. How awesome is that on the vellum? Or larger cards, they're going to work really, really well on. So I'm going to do, look at that. Double discount. So 40% off is what they were supposed to be in Cartload. Let me show you the 4 designs, right? So, and in fact, I'll show you them overhead, should I? So you were going to get the butterfly, well, you're still going to get them. The Shine Bright, which is like your sunburst one. Also the Be Happy, which is like the twizzly one. And, oh, here we go. And then also the flower one. So that is the 4 that you're going to get, and I'll show you. So there is the radiating one here. Here is my Shine Bright one. Oh, look at the butterfly. There's your butterfly one. And then let me get the other one as well. And then here is oh, look, it's the one off the front of the packaging. So that should be, well, it should be nearly £60, nearly $80. 40% off is what Cartload is going to be, because it's double discount week. Instead of that 40%, which is going to be, you get an extra 20% on top of the 40%. And here's the thing, we aren't just anybody here at Crafters Companion, because usually it would end there, would say, yeah, it's that plus that. If you're in the club, you still get your discount on top of that. So you're a platinum member, you get another 20% off the already double discounted price. So you are literally, on this item, you're saving more than you're spending, and you're also getting the club deal as well. It's the same if you're looking at your foil press. If you're buying the machine, you're going to get the extra discount of whatever tier you're in the club, plus you're getting the points to help you on the way to the next tier. So that is going to be awesome. I'll tell you what else I've asked for in this show. One of my favourites, you know I love to do it. I thought, let's do a little bit more technique-y stuff today, and let's get our Score Master out. So we've got a deal on where you get the Score Master, and because you've been asking for it loads, we've finally got you some A3 card. So we're even shipping this to the US, even though, guys, this is going to cost us an absolute fortune. You get the Score Master and a 20-sheet pack of the A3. It's the ivory card I've picked. Everybody's got white. I thought, let's go with the ivory instead. Look at that gorgeous sheen on it. So you buy the Score Master and the card together, and that is going to be only £20 or $25. So I'm going to be using that loads over the course of the show in nearly all of my projects, okay? And the thing is, you see me doing that all the time. If you've been thinking for a while, I need to get one of those, might as well get it while it's on the discount. Now, I've been a little bit cheeky, and I've put in this special request, because who was watching yesterday morning when we had the Hunky Dory show?
I was watching. Oh no, I was here. Yeah, I was here.
Yeah, Joe was here. We're all good. Actually, we had an amazing show last Friday and also yesterday with our Hunky Dory goodies. And the feedback I've had from you guys is that you loved some of the great cards we've done. So what I've done is I've got 3 of the Hunky Dory kits back. So this is the Blush Moments one. A couple of cards from the Blush Moments. These are some of the cards that I did when we were here. So these were a couple that I did yesterday in the show. I've got some different ones again to show you today. So there you go, the Blush Moments. So look at that, 15% off, £25 or $35, but that is a $29.99 or $42.98 kit for the Blush Moments. Blush Moments is the first one. Then I'm very excited about this one. We've got it's called Special Moments, and it's basically a uber big bumper kit of 16 different collections. So if I just show you, for example, here's my favourite collection that we're going to be using. Each collection has a sheet of foiled and die cut toppers, and then 2 matching sheets of cardstock. So this is what we're going to be using on the show. I'm going to be showing you how you use the topper sheet one of the sheets of cardstock to make some amazing cards. You are getting 16 sets of those. So if you want to be doing cards for all occasions, we've got things like this one here. Can you see? Congratulations on your new home. We've got some brilliant cards that would be wonderful for anniversaries. And the toppers are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they, Joe? What an amazing, just absolutely amazing day we had with them. Here we go, this one here. So this is just a little bit of acetate onto this one. This is like a nice retirement card you could be doing. There's that lovely set that I showed you I love. That's the one I'm going to be working with later on. So we have added all of these back onto the show. So if you've missed out, you haven't missed out. We've got all the same deals that we had on yesterday. Everything that we've got stock left of, I've asked them to add them to these shows. However, it is the very last of what we've got. So I can't promise that those 3 kits will be lasting throughout the whole show. But I've got loads lined up to show you. Honestly, I can't wait to get going.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing show. So many of you are watching. Our very own Fiona Clayton is watching as well. Hello, Fiona.
Hey, Fee.
I hope you're having a great day. Loads of you talking about all the wonderful things that you bought this morning in the preview, but also lots of you talking about what you're going to be buying as well in this show. Right, loads that I need to show you in this next section. So should we do the blue bags? Let me go into our blue bags so I can show you exactly what is happening at the moment on here. So here we are. So we've got in our first one here 1977 or £28.10 for this one. What you've got in here is this wonderful big creator card die in here. I mean, you can make that Christmassy. I think you could actually make that very non-Christmassy as well. You've also got our Laugh stamp and die set as well, and that's fantastic because in there you can play around with that. We've got one of your all-time favourite Schmetterling dies, your butterflies from the Vintage Lace collection. These are fantastic, different shapes and sizes. You can layer them up. There's loads you can do with those. We were going to give you a quarter off, and then we said, well, you know, it's double discount. We're going to give you another 20% off, and that's exactly what we've done. So you've got those. That's your first one there that you've got. The next one is the one with the Floral Mandala in it. Now, this is one of our beautiful double-sided dies. If you want to see this demonstrated, you can go back to the earlier show when Debbie did a full demonstration on that one. We have got some springers in the air. We've always got some fairy garden on the show for you, but you could go for some springers in the air as well from our Nature's Garden. This one's fantastic. It says, life is a beautiful dream, isn't it just? And then what we've also got in here is this one, which says, just because. I think that's got to be the loveliest sentiment. So you can go for that one, £21.57 or £25.43 if you want to grab that one. We've got more. There's 6 of these. There's nothing to stop you going for all 6 of them as well. So let's have a look at these ones here. You've got another of our double-sided dies in here. So you've got one of these. This is our double-sided pretty florals, and it's beautiful. This one makes really lovely effect, and it's almost like it is an edgeable die, so you're going to be able to do all of your different edgeable techniques with that as well. You've also got the Floral Arrangement. This is one of those outline dies. These are fantastic because they're beautiful to paper piece back together. Also wonderful for doing things like your stained glass window techniques with as well. And you've got Party. This one has got the removable outside edge as well, so it gives you loads of different scope to do different crafty techniques with it as well. So that's the third one, £18.57 or £28.10 if you want to go for that one. The next one is the one that's got those beautiful Baroque frames in there from our Vintage Lace collection.
That's my favourite.
These are like super fancy nesting dies. There's loads you can do with them. They always remind me of that. What's the fairy tale? It's like mirror, mirror on the wall. Is it Snow White or Cinderella?
Snow White.
Snow White. Okay, thanks. I always get the two confused. I don't know why. We've then got your foliage or your foliage, if you're posh, which is your sprigs and blossoms, sprigs and blooms even. Blossoms, I was right the first time. And then what you've got is you've got Cherish in there as well. So again, exactly the same, removable outside edge on that one, which is wonderful. So that's the fourth one. And we've then got another one. This is a fabulous one too. This has got that beautiful poinsettia frame in this one. Now this is great because it really does give you the most amount of craftability, because with this one, you've got a removable inside edge and a removable outside edge. So it gives you loads of different possibilities about how you want to put this one together. So you've got that in there. You've also got one of our wrap dies as well. You've got that beautiful cross, which is great as a belly band around your cards, wonderful around your boxes, great around things like candles too. And you've got a little doily frame in there as well from the Spring is in the Air collection. $22.77 or $31.10 for those ones. Now, this one though is amazing. Check out the size of this die. This one here, this die, I'm pretty sure this was $24.99 when we bought this to you. Sara's got a lovely, do you want to give us a sneaky peek of something you might be doing later, Sara, as well?
Oh yes, how gorgeous is this? I love these as little photo cards. That's when we went to watch a concert with my in-laws, that photo there, and I thought I'll make a nice little card for them and I'll drop that off tonight.
I wonder if Val's watching.
That later.
Hello if you're watching, Val.
Joe's like on first name terms with my mother-in-law now, because I make her that much stuff when I'm here, you see. Always gives her a wave.
Val is in the one of the founding members of the Joe Remblance fan club. There's only 3 members though at the moment. You can apply. There's Oliver and Charlie and Val. That's it. It's a very small select few. Also, as well as getting that Primrose Corner in there, you'll also get this one here, which is that party time. This will even go through your things like your Gemini Mini. And then you've also got in here as well this one here, which is awesome. So you get all of those, £20.97. I think that calculator's broken again over at the warehouse, because I think that is worth much more than $34.97. But it's a great deal. Double discount, quarter off on all of those, and also another 20%, which is fabulous. Right, Sara, I can see Sara Scissorhands is preparing on the other side of the studio. This is going to be quite something to watch. All of those deals available right now over on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. You can watch and shop at the same time there. Anything that you haven't seen so far in the show, because so many of you are shopping ahead, and you think, oh, I wonder what that does. I wonder what that looks like. Let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to dig it out for you, because there is so much stuff in this show, a lot of stuff we won't even be able to get to, so it's always worth shopping ahead. Right, I can see Sara has got the Score Master handy. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep her away from that beautiful A3 cardstock for too long at all, so I'm going to hand you over to Sara.
Oh, absolutely, Joe, I'm on it. I'm like, right, let's just have a bit of play. So, I've had my foil press warming up. You meant to heard the beep while Joe was going. Look, I've put the details on the screen for the foil press, because if you don't have it, let me just tell you now, you are going to buy it at some point in the next couple of months, right? When you see, I mean, I did a masterclass just last week. Hundreds of you picked them up who didn't already have them. The ones that did were saying this is awesome. I've got a masterclass planned for next week. At your request, I'm going to be teaching you how to foil onto candles. I'm going to be teaching you how to foil onto ribbon. I'm going to be teaching you how to foil onto cello bags. I'm not going to spoil it, but that is Monday at 4 o'clock next week for Monday Makers. So I've got a whole masterclass then. So trust me, if you don't buy it today, you're going to want to buy it then. So you might as well get it, and then you maybe have it delivered a little bit sooner. So the foil press is just an awesome machine. What I've got on today are these radiating foils. Now I remember when we developed these, basically what you've got is, you've got this whole idea of a little bit and then it radiates out. And I'll be really honest, if I show you the butterfly one, the whole idea for this one came from my mother-in-law. So we were talking about Val again. So she has like a little, someone's made something to go on, I think she bought it from a craft fair, where it's little mini butterflies all around the edge. It looks lovely, and it made me think, how awesome would that be if you did it in foil? So the butterfly was the one that we had the idea for first. Look how fabulous it looks like this when you foil onto, like cut the middle out, because every one of these, excuse me, let me just show you, comes as 3 parts in the die. So you get the outer part that radiates, you get the little sentiment as well. Just take this off. So there's the outer part that radiates, there's your little sentiment in there, but then you've also got this is a die. So it's nothing to do with foiling this, it's so that you can cut that bit out of the middle. So, shall I just get a bit of card and we'll go for it, and I'll show you how this kind of works to get started, right? Should we do this onto a bit of black, because I think it'll look pretty awesome on the black. Yep.
There's loads of new members already for the fan club, apparently. I didn't realise that was open. Sonia says, Joe, add me to the club. Susan says her boys Hunter and Austin are members. They always know when I am watching, and they are like, Mum, Joe is always on the TV. Plus, I'm life size because they've got us airplaying on the big telly. which is fabulous. We love it when you guys do that.
I think that's super fan territory when you've got us on the big one. Right, let's have a little look. I've just cut a couple of bits of black cardstock down. I'll keep you, you're handy. I've got like a little stash of little mini cards cut down underneath here. Right, here's what you're going to do. Those of you who are completely new to the foil press, you're going to get it and you're going to plug it in. All you do is plug it in. When you do, this is what it looks like. So when you first come, it's in two parts, you see. You've got your plate and you've got your base. So what you're going to do is you're going to plug your base in, and it will be, the light will come on and this will be red. Once it gets to temperature, which mine is, it's going to beep and this is going to go green. You've got 3 temperature settings, which you can change depending on what the instructions for what your foiling says. 99% of what you foil is going to be on the lowest temperature setting. Then all that is going to cross-reference against the instruction booklet, which I did have my hands on just a few minutes ago. Here we go. Right, so if I get my instruction booklet out, and I know you're all thinking, oh, don't want to be reading instructions. You're not going to. I just want you to have a little look inside the front cover. Here is the instructions that you're going to reference here. So these are all of our different sizes, and you can see different things you're going to foil onto. You've got 2 choices, foil stamp dies or foil stamp and cut. Anything that's silver is a foil stamp die. So we're doing foil stamping. So we're going to go with all of the ones in this first section. Now I'm just going to go onto plain cards. It's 300 GSM cardstock, so we're on the top row. And you can see a small die is low temperature 10 settings, medium die is still low temperature 15, and a large die is low temperature 30. I reckon this is like a small's like 1/3 of the size, medium's 2/3, large is like a whole all over background. So I'm going to go with medium. So I'm going to put it on there, and you can just get it positioned however you want. Then we set this up to the count, which is your 15 seconds. So you go to 15 and we press the start button. And I like to put the little lid on while it's counting down. Then the exciting bit, you choose what colour you're going to do it in. So should I choose, let's go with a bit of a disco, and then we can do it again in the turquoise. So we get the disco. Oh my word, I haven't been quick enough. Right, you're supposed to have all this ready and not be gossiping as you go on. So I'm going to cut my bit of disco foil. Pop that on. So the foil, by the way, goes face down. So your nice shiny side that you want, and it's a little bit harder to tell with silver, but the shiny side goes face down. So it's facing upwards. You pop your cardstock on, and then you pop your lid on. And then it is as simple as you pull it towards you. You're not lifting it up, you're just pulling it towards you and popping it through your Gemini machine. Now here's the thing. I'm using the Gemini Junior because it's designed to fit the Gemini Junior. If you want to use the large Gemini, you just need to get the large Gemini extender plate. Just sits on the top, and then that will put it through your large Gemini, okay? So I know it's just sold out earlier this morning. We will be getting it back in stock really, really soon, I promise. Now, watch what happens when we peel this back now. You get that magic reveal of the perfect transfer there. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely, perfect, absolutely perfect. Should we do that onto a little bit of white? Because I have actually planned to do a card, you know, believe it or not. I've got all my bits and pieces here ready. She says, not being that optimistic at having it all sorted. Right, I've got a bit of white. I'm going to pop this in here. And if you want the Be Happy, what you're going to do is take your other bit of the die. There it is, Be Happy. Underneath here. Now this isn't green yet. So I can't put the countdown until it's green. So let me just get that. I shouldn't really have this on. That's what you should be doing. You should be picking this up. How clever is that with the tweezers, by the way? The tweezers come included. If I just show you, they've got like a little magnet in here. So you can just magnetise and pick it up, and that's how you move it around. So come on.
So if you do a Sari yesterday, as you did, and you can't find them because they're under a mountain of crafting materials, you can always get yourself a second set, because we've got them on the show individually, along with all of the other bits and bobs, all the other accoutrements for your foil press is available, including the little finger holders, even the platform itself that slides in and out. You can get a new one of those on the show today, which is fantastic. They're all there on the website for you.
Do you know, it's worth having one of those extra platforms actually, Joe. It's a really valid point to make, because what happens is if you leave it plugged in all the time, you notice I had left mine plugged out, which is why I had to wait a few seconds for it to get to temperature. If you leave it plugged in all the time, all that's going to happen is all that heat it's going to overheat for a start, which you don't want, and then it's very frustrating because it kicks off and says I'm cooling, and you can't use it for a couple of minutes. But if you overheat it and then try and stick something really thick through, it'll start to warp. So if you found that yours has started to warp at home, it's just because you've got it plugged in all the time. So if you notice, every time I take it out, I pop it on there, but I don't plug it in. So it's sitting there, but it's not plugged in. That's the way to do it and get it absolutely right. If you have started to warp, treat yourself to a new one. Like you say, we've got them in stock at the moment, Joe, unlike the extender plates. So there is that perfect transfer this time, and I'm going to show you that to the close-up because I think it looks even better when it's catching the light. So can you see how it's catching the light there? But this is not waste because you can use all of this, and let me show you how. If I take this off, I don't have too much of a mess here, she says optimistically, and we pick up all these pieces. We can take these off, we can pop this on, and I'm going to warm this, and I'm going to transfer all of this as well. So let's have a little look. I'll go and transfer all of this part. You have your base die. What I do is I reset it and set it to a minute. So we're going to do a minute to warm this one. We're going to press start. The problem is we don't have a die in here. So if you think about the thickness of a die, what you need to do is counterbalance the thickness of the die. So what you do is you pop your cardstock on. Then I want you to create a couple of little shims. So I always just get a piece of white card, fold it in half, and that is going to form me a couple of shims. Yep, we know you're at temperature. Now it doesn't, when we're just foiling the waste, the timings are less important. So notice I didn't quite wait for that to turn red to get that starting to warm up. It's because we're going for so long. The whole importance on the timings is you don't want to do what's called overfoiling. So you don't, if you look back on this piece here, can you see we didn't get foiling anywhere that we didn't want it? There's no foil bits in the middle around here, which you might have seen with other machines. If you don't want overfoiling, just do exactly what the instructions say. If it says 15 seconds, give it 15 seconds. Don't think, oh, I'll give it a minute, it'll be all right. Because it won't, it'll be too hot and you'll get foil where you don't want it. Now, we're foiling the excess here now, so there's no, you don't need to worry about getting all of this where you want it because we want to transfer everything. So that's heated up for a minute. I'm going to put my 2 shims on. I'm going to put my magnetic plate from my Gemini and then my top plate on there. And we're going to send that through the machine as well. And the mix of the heat and the pressure is going to go on through there. Mix of the heat and the pressure is going to just kind of get that balance absolutely perfect. Please tell me you didn't quite move that. I think we should have got that sorted. Where are we? Oh yes, we've got that sorted, no problem. Right, so back on the plate, but I haven't put the I haven't plugged it in. And then watch this, you see, when I peel this off, all of the backing sheet, this part here, this is the waste, this is absolutely perfect. And this is the negative of that. Now it looks a little bit better when you trim it down perfectly and you don't have any white. But bear in mind, Joe, that was the waste. I mean, that's pretty awesome, just using all of the waste. Isn't that perfect? Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, they look absolutely beautiful, Sara. And again, everyone can achieve that because remember, you've got everything you need in there. If you're going for the foil press today, you've got hours and hours and hours and hours of inspiration over on Crafters TV, which is fantastic. There's loads you can watch there as well. And you get everything that you need included in the box, which is fantastic. Even some dies and some foil in there to get you started. Right, getting very, very busy. There's loads of things that I need to whiz you through. So to say, loads of you are talking about your foil press, how much you adore your foil press as well. Carol's joining us late. She's been tidying up her craft room, bless her. And now she's having, get this, a streaky bacon and soft cheese bagel. Sounds delicious, Carol. Maybe you could whiz a few up for us. Lots of people getting excited about Colour Me Happy tomorrow. Remember that the tri-blend markers are back in stock. We're going to have a very, very busy and very colourful Colour Me Happy tomorrow with those tri-blend markers being back in stock. Robin says you can't find the Primrose in the shop. I'll find it for you. It's in the bag along with, let me just grab it for you, Robin. Let's do a little bit of on-the-spot research, shall we? It's in the bag along with Awesome and Party Time. So that's the one that you'll find it in. So you'll do pop along to the website. If you still can't find it, do let me know and I will do my best to find it for you. Details of the Party, Primrose and Awesome right there on the screen for you at the moment. Right, shall we dive in and have a look at some of the other bits that are going to be coming up that I know you guys are going to absolutely love. Some of the Craft Me, Try Me kits that we've got on the show for you today includes our colour blend pencils. Now, I'll get to the pencils in a second. What you're also getting in here is you're getting the Nina cardstock, you're getting the A5 unmounted stamp. You're also getting as well one of our alcohol-proof ink pads in here, which is a perfect ink pad for you to use. But, of course, the pièce de résistance, you are getting, of course, the colour blend pencils included as well. Now, these are amazing. The quality that you've got on these is absolutely sensational. They are beautiful wax pencils. There's no filler or talc. They are artist grade and they blend together absolutely beautifully. Sara has promised me that she's going to do a demonstration on these in about 20 minutes or so. So definitely grab that. £20, $25. There is an accessory kit to go with that on the website as well. Don't miss those either. Right, I need to share with you too the embossing folders. These were so busy in the earlier show and they're 3 of our most popular embossing folders. This one's a country garden and that's exactly what you're going to be able to achieve. Check out the insane level of detail that's there in that embossing folder for you. You've also got as well the English Rose, which is this one, and that's going to allow you to achieve this kind of result right here. And then finally what you've got is the Regency Swirls. Check out the amount of detail on that. Remember our 3D embossing folders, they almost sculpt and press and mould the cardstock rather than just kind of stamping it as some others can. So make sure you grab those. £16 and 3 to get all 3 of them. That is amazing value for money. It really is. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sara because she's going to finish off that demonstration. Sorry for rudely interrupting you, Sara.
Yeah, I was thinking, are you just waiting for me foil press to warm up? Because can you not hear the beep? Usually he's like, oh, there's the beep. I know she's up. We were a good tag team. He's like, I'll keep talking until the beep goes off. Right, here we go. Now, what I thought I'd do is, because we've got the Scoremaster on, I thought we would foil onto a bit of acetate, because I love that technique, and then I'll put it into a box lid. Yeah, should we try that? Right, here we go. So, I've got the Just For You die out here, and, I do like, should we do a bit of turquoise? Like a little bit of matte turquoise, right? Oh, let's have a look. I haven't been very careful with this, have I not? But it doesn't matter. It's still going to foil beautifully well. So here we go. We'll cut a little bit of the turquoise ready. Now, onto acetate. All you're going to do, remember, you're going to start with the instruction booklet. Go down till we find acetate. Here it is. If you can't find exactly what you're making your project out of, then just find something similar and have a bit of experiment. If you look, the timings aren't massively different. So there we go. Acetate. For a medium sized one, we're going to go 15 seconds again. So I'll go back up to my 15 seconds, pop the die on, up to 15 seconds and press the start button. So 15 seconds, we'll pop that and we'll do the Just For You as well. So remind me to give it another couple of seconds there afterwards because I haven't quite given it long enough. 15 seconds. Oh, I need a piece of acetate, don't I? Right, here we go. Nice piece of acetate. Is that going to fit through? We'll trim that down a little bit. Yes, I know you're ready. I'm giving you another couple of extra seconds for the Just For You in the middle. Here we go. So, remember the foil. Shiny side goes face down, so you see the dull bit. So you've got the dull side face up. We're going to put our acetate on. And when you're working with acetate, you need a shim. So you're going to add a little piece of card into there. I'm going to pop my lid on. And then we're going to come and take this through the junior. So we'll get that lovely foil, that lovely burst with the turquoise onto the acetate.
Someone's asking, so when you store it, do you store it with the platform plugged in or do you leave it unplugged?
I don't, I leave mine unplugged.
Okie doke.
Yep, so I just leave mine on the top but unplugged a little bit.
Good to know.
So when we lift this off, here we go. I always like to try and be careful because I want to do that massively exciting reveal. Can you see, as we peel it back, you've got that wonderful reveal. Now, it's a little bit hard to see, however, if I put it up against a piece of white, there, you can see it perfectly. Now, let me show you that one to the close-up. Absolutely spot on. Now, can you see there, we've got like a little extra blob of foil here. It's just where it's over foiled. All you do is give it a little rub off with your nails and it comes away easily. So we've got that perfect foiling. So we've done the foiling. Now we're going to do the box. Now I want to do a little bit of it. Let's just get this off here so that I don't burn myself as we're going. Right, let me do a little bit of it. I'm going to show you a basic box and a more advanced box, okay? So let's go basic box first of all. And let's go little basic small box. I've got some of the ivory cardstock, and I'm going to pinch a little bit. Well, I'm not pinching it because it's mine. That Hunky Dory, the Blush Moments. Let's choose a nice piece of the oh, I do like that. Oh, I do like that one. Oh, Joe, you liked the little bird, didn't you?
The pigeon?
The pigeon. He called it a pigeon. I was like, what an
I think it was a dove, technically, but it looked like a pigeon to me.
Well, of course, you would think that,
I think we called it Peter the Pink Pigeon.
Right, so you just need to make sure you cut 2 pieces of card exactly the same size to make a box. So let's have a little look. If I do that, I'm going to come in with this first. So that is going to be, so we'll go 4.5 inches and we'll cut them down, and then we'll go this side. How long's this one? Oh, let's cut that little bit off the edge. Let's trim it to there. There we go. So I don't quite know how long it is, but it doesn't matter. So as long as you've got 2 pieces the same side, this is going to work. An absolute treat. Now you bring your score master in, Joe. And what it is it's brilliant for scoring your cards, but I'm going to show you some basic box techniques. I'm going to do the lid on this side. This side here is for the base. Let me walk you through. I know I've done this loads of times, but in case anybody who's watching is completely new to this is going to totally blow your mind, okay? What we do is you decide how wide you want your box to be. So I'm going to go at 1 inch. So on my lid, I'm at the 1 inch side, and I go all 4 corners here at 1 inch. Now, if you are thinking about going for the Hunky Dory Blush Moments cardstock, this is, so in the pack you get plenty of sheets of the base cardstock as well as the absolutely beautiful toppers. And the great thing about all of Hunky Dory's card is it's this gorgeous print on it, but it's printed in a special, what they call a bendy ink. So the ink, when you score on top of it, as I've just done here, the ink isn't going to crack, it's going to literally bend around the cardstock. So all 4 sides here, there we go. 3rd side and the 4th one. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of tacky glue, Joe, because the tacky glue is brilliant for if you want to get a really kind of quick tack. So when you're doing things like your boxes, I use the tape pens often, but let me show you, a lot of you like to use a wet glue. If you're going to use a wet glue, please, for goodness sake, use the tacky glue, because watch the difference here. So a little bit of tacky glue on the 4 corners, and I can bend these and hold them in place straight away. Now it won't stick straight away, but it'll start to tack. By the time I get round to the 4th corner, that will have started tacking straight away already. So can you see, there's my 4th corner. So I come back to my first one. Look at that. That first corner is now tacked perfectly into place. 2nd corner, tacked perfectly into place. 3rd corner there. And then the 4th one. I remember first being introduced to like tacky glue. Oh, it was years ago over in America. And at the time I made a load of boxes because we really only had our scoring tools out. Who can make a box that quickly with a wet glue?
Does it smell?
No?
Because, it just came to my head. Some glues smell a bit fishy, don't they? I was just wondering, does it smell a bit fishy, or is it not a fishy one?
No, not a fishy one.
Glad it's not a fishy one.
Right, I'm going to use the Ivory Centura Pearl, which comes in the kit with your Score Master for the base. Look what I'm doing here. I'm also using the inch marking, but whereas we use this inch here for the lid, I'm using this inch for the base. And if you don't like working from it, turn it upside down, right? And do exactly the same. Look for the inch and score from the inch part. Because what that does is, it puts your score line not at 1 inch, but at 1 inch plus a little bit. And what that plus a little bit does is it makes the sides of your boxes a tiny weeny little bit bigger than what the than what the sides on the lid are. And of course, where does that space get pinched from? Well, it gets pinched from the actual base itself. So the base itself ends up being a fly's eyelash smaller than the lid. The naked eye, you wouldn't notice it, but that's what enables your lid to fit perfectly over your base. So let me show you that again with the tacky glue, because you're probably in a little bit of disbelief at the moment. So you've got a little bit of tacky glue on all four corners, not too much. For goodness sake, don't put too much glue onto these, because it's just a nightmare. You're waiting ages for it to dry. And notice I put it on and I'm manoeuvring it into place. So let me show you that on the close-up one. We fold this in, I put it down and I'm just manoeuvring it into place. Same with the third one. Now your first and your second aren't perfectly set. We're just working a little bit at a time, okay? So there's your third and then your fourth one in here. So look, my third one's come undone. But then I come back round to the first, and now it's set enough that I can just do that final bit of pushing into place, and it's tacked within about 20 seconds. So, you know, I'm a woman of very little patience, Joe, but 20 seconds, I can, if for the sake of having a box, you know now, that box is never going to come undone. It's not like, you know, there's nothing worse, and I feel so bad when it happens. We get a lot of beautiful cards sent into the office, and quite often people will make a card with a gorgeous box to put it in, and by the time the boxes are at our head office, the cards arrived and the boxes have pinged open. Because the pressure on the box itself, it's just come undone in the post. With a wet glue like this, it's never going to come undone. And you see that lid will fit absolutely perfectly over the base, like I've just shown you, because it makes your lid and your base a slight, tiny little bit different. So that's just how to do a very basic box, and look how much nicer it looks using like that lovely Blush Moments from the Hunky Dory. And then if you want to finish that off, I've got the whole Hunky Dory Blush Moments collection here. So what I would do is, this is mine, by the way, so bear in mind it's very well used and well loved. But what you could do is you could bring in, for example, I could pop out a nice little topper from the topper set here and say, oh yes, we could do that as a nice little topper on there. Or we could take out one of the border dies here, and if you wanted to put a board, like a piece of ribbon coming across, let's just do it, Joe. I'm talking about it and I might as well just go for it and do it. The great thing is
with that collection as well, because you get 2 sheets of printed paper for every 1 sheet of toppers, you could actually you could make the box and still have enough of the printed paper to actually make the card blank too. So you can send someone a coordinated box and card. Now they're going to think you are super fancy. Oh, absolutely, if you're sending both of them together as well. People often Centura Pearl often spell checks itself to Ventura Pear. I'm feeling like we should do some sort of spin-off sub-brand that, I don't know, is slightly different, but Ventura Pear. I get loads of messages about it all the time. Lots of you stocking up, lots of excitement as well for the preview a little bit later. Today, of course, we'll be here with you that a little bit later in this evening. Sophie's asking, you might know the answer to this, Sarah. The colour blend pencils, are they beeswax?
Are they beeswax?
I don't know, do you?
Don't think so.
No.
You'll have to ask Leanne when she's next in. She'll know exactly, whether she'll tell you or might be another matter, but I haven't heard her say that they are beeswax. Do you want me to show you while you're chatting? Do you want me to show you quickly through this Hunky Dory Blush Moments? So these are the toppers. You see, you get 2 of each sheet. There's Joe's lovely pigeon. So those of you that missed it, we did this yesterday. Joe was like, oh, look, there's a nice pigeon on there. We're like, do you know what, Joe? I think it might be a dove.
They're related, apparently.
Yes, someone came, one of Joe's super fans came to his rescue there. Beautiful vases of flowers, your perfume bottles. All days are beautiful that begin with you. But you get 2 of each of the topper sheets. Loads of these toppers to go at. And then you get all these beautiful, so this is the cardstock that we're talking about. Really great quality. But you see a lot of the cardstocks are foiled as well. So that's got that lovely detail in the foiling on there, which makes it fab. In fact, let's just leave that out and do another quick little box
8 sheets of the toppers, 8 sheets of the foiled cardstock, and 8 sheets of the printed cardstock in that one, from memory.
I love that one. Absolutely. That one's one of my favourite ones. I love these Blush Moments. And you see, if you're wanting to do really quick, nice boxes, for example, Here we go. Let's whip a little box up. So if I just cut this is A4. So I'll just go and have A4's what? Here we go. So A4 is 8 1/4 inches. So we'll go to 4 1/8 of an inch. We can make 2 nice little boxes here, Joe. And then all I'm going to do, are you ready for this? I'm going to go, how long is it? Should have cut them to exactly 4, and then me sizings are a little bit easier. So let's get these. Treat myself to a little bit of accuracy as we go along here. So
Rosalind agrees with me. It does look like a pigeon. A very fancy pink pigeon, though. All the same.
Right. So let's go, and we'll take a tiny little smidgen off the end, so that we are at 11.5 inches. There we go. 11.5 inches. I think you were 11.5. Then we'll get a smidgen off each end. Perfect. Right, Joe. You're going to love this box. Nice, quick, and easy one. All I'm going to do. What's half of 11.5?
5 3/4.
5 3/4, thank you. So you go at the score line at the 5 3/4. I've just realised this isn't my scoreboard that I've drawn a big line up the middle. Is this the one?
I think that might be a new one that I opened earlier.
There's my one with the line across the middle. Life's so much easier with a line across the middle. Right, what's half of 4?
4 2.
2. So you put a little mark at the 2, and then we turn it round and put a little mark at the 2 again. And then what you do is you line up your 2 inch with the end of your score line, and you just do a score down. We'll do the same again here. Line up the 2 inch with the end of the score line and do a little score up. These are brilliant for little favour boxes at weddings, or like I do these at Christmas with little I was going to say with little bits of fudge in, but you're sick of hearing my fudge stories. Sometimes I make handmade truffles as well, you know.
Oh, love it.
So a couple of little handmade truffles.
Great if you make your own jewellery, these as well. You know, little like necklaces or earrings in there as well. Because of course, if you're selling your crafts, if you can make your own boxes to go with them as well, well, you're going to get. It just makes everything so much nicer when it's given a beautiful handmade bespoke box, isn't it?
Look at that. How cute are those little fancy boxes? But they look lovely done in the fancy cardstock. And then all you do with them, you see, is you're going to put a little hole. You're going to get your hole punch, and we're going to put a little hole in one side first, and then you're going to put a little hole in the other side there as well, and then you'll end up with a perfect little wedge box. Now those are all extras, because I was actually in the middle of going to show you a box that we're going to put my acetate in, which I've probably lost now, but you know. We'll come back, we'll find the acetate and do it again. Right, I wanted to show you, where is this box, the lid and the base are 2 separate pieces. I love boxes where the lid and the base are all one. So let's have a little look. Here's my acetate piece. I'm going to walk you through me thinking as well. I haven't pre-prepared this. I'm going to think it on the spot and then walk you through the thinking so you can do the same again. So you'll have to see if you're paying attention, Joe, because I'll ask you as though you were our customers. Right? Are you ready?
I think so.
He's got a look of panic, right? Right, here we go. So I'm going to measure this first of all. So if I put this up here, so that is about 4.5 inches square. So if we make our box 5 inches square, that's going to have it's going to be nicely in the middle. Right, so 5 inches, Joe. So we want the box to be 5 inches. And let's, just for easy maths, do it at 1 inch deep, right? If your box was all connected in one, right, what you need to do, if you think about it, so here is like your box all in one, you need to come down 1 inch, along 5, down 1 inch, because it's got one side, along 5, down 1 inch. So let me show you that front on. So your box, it's going down 1 inch, along 5, then it's sharing a wall, along 5, and then back up the inch. So you need 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1.
13.
13, excellent. So it's 13 one way. Let's just do this as we're going. So a piece of cardstock, and we're going to go 13 inches one way.
Ooh, do you want that? Do you want that? You can get that completely included with the score master, is what I'm trying to say. That A3. How often do we have the A3, Sarah, as well?
Hardly ever, never.
Plot twist, hardly ever at all.
Hardly
so definitely
ever.
Grab it whilst we've got it.
If ever. Right, so if our box, that's the length of the box. So if you box the other way, it's going to be 5 inches plus 1 inch for the wall at either side. So it's 1 plus 5 plus 1.
7.
7. Here we go. I hope you're all shouting at the screen as well.
I hope it doesn't get any harder than this.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, good.
It's like the programs that the kids watch sometimes, where they like the educational ones and they ask them a question and then pause and wait for you to answer. Guys, I hope you're all at home watching and answering the screen. Right. Oh, the last bit of maths, I promise. This was 13 inches, wasn't it? What's half of 13?
6.5.
6.5. So you come to your box base and we're going to put this down and we're going to come to our 6.5, right? Don't want you to score it though, that's the halfway point. Now our box is 1 inch deep, so we're going to put a tram line 1 inch deep up the middle, that's the shared wall. So what you do is you come half an inch to one side, which would be 6, half an inch to the other side, which would be 7. So what you've done is you've put a tram line of a score line up the middle at the exact size of your box. And then basically this half is the base, this half is the lid, this is the shared wall in the middle. You got it?
So is it like a VHS case?
Yes. Okay. All in one. The lid in the middle. It's like a pizza box. Is how I think of it. Okay. Pizza box all in one, right? So it'll all come together when you see the finished one. So if we're going to do the base first, we're going to do it at 1 inch. So you come to the inch and we're going to score the inch. Then we're going to score 1 inch on this side. Then we'll go all the way through the tram lines for your base. And then we're going to come up and then we're going to measure 1 inch down this side. So there is our base all ready to go. The lid only has 3 sides, so we're going to do the 3 sides of the lid on this one. So we go 1, and then we come 1 here, and then we're going to come 1 here. And what we are going to do also is we're going to put I'll show you this first and then I'll come back and put that in. Can you come and have a really good up close look on this bit here, right? Because if you look here, can you see those aren't lined up? It kind of comes along here and then it drops down a bit and comes back along. Can you see that?
Yeah, because I can see that.
This side here is 1 inch. This side here is the base, so it's 1 inch plus a little bit. That's that fly's eyelash that I was talking about, is that bit in there. So what you're going to do is where you've got those slight discrepancy, you're going to cut up to that point there. So you're going to cut up to that. So now you've got your base and your lid. Then I want you to fold and burnish all of your crease lines. So we're going to just make this now like we're a regular box. There's our 3-sided box lid. And then here is our 4-sided box base.
Donna's saying, please make a video on different shaped cards, boxes and paper crafts one can do with a Scoremaster. Mine is on its way. We already did it, Donna. Pop yourself over to Crafters TV, go back to one of the first ever masterclasses we did, and Sara did a box making masterclass with the Scoremaster. That is 2 hours of education and inspiration for free right there over on our website right away. So pop yourself over there and have a little look at that, and then when yours arrives, you'll be popping up these boxes in no time at all.
Do you know, that's why I love the fact that all these shows just live on forever, because like you said, one of the first ones we ever did was this exact box, and how fabulous that people can now go back and watch that. So you could get the Scoremaster today, go back and watch that from weeks ago. Now all I've done there is used my Scoremaster to measure and 1/2 inch tram line all the way along, and then I can come in with my cutting knife. Now they call me Sarah Scissor Hand, so I'll extend that to Sarah Knife Hands as well. And I'm going to just do this freehand without a ruler. I've got my ruler there, but just for speed. Because as long as you can see the idea, this is a Cartload show. We're supposed to be rustling through as many demos as possible. So I just want to show you quite quickly the kind of idea in that there. So there's our box lid. Where's my acetate? There it is. You see the acetate's going to go in the front there. Oh, it's looking good. It's going to work out well. It's going to work out well. I'm going to stick that in there, and then I'm at the Sara School of Cutting now, Joe. Let's just kind of wing it a little bit and get it all right on the night-ish. So here we go. You could, if you wanted, just get your paper trimmer out, but it's all right. It's going to look good. Right.
It's going to look amazing. It's not just going to look good. Loads of you loving this demonstration as well. Lots of you going for this deal as well with the Scoremaster. Remember, the Scoremaster and the A3 Centura Pearl double-sided ivory together, £20 or $25. It's amazing value for money that you've got there.
Right, I'm just going to use tape pen round the edge there so that we can put, so hang on, this is going to be our lid. So we want the just for you to appear that way. So I'm going to just go and make sure that's all stuck nicely onto the inside there. So there's our nice acetate lid. And then I'm going to just make the box up as we would a regular box, just forgetting that the lid and the base are in two separate pieces.
So are you going to leave the bit then that's either side of your, that bit there, that stays in? The bit either side of the tram lines, the either end of the tram lines?
That?
Yeah, in my head that was coming out for some reason. I don't know why.
You keep watching, all of a sudden the penny will drop and you'll be like, oh, that's easy, Sarah. Right, remember, if you're not overly confident with getting your glue in the right place, if you're putting your tape pens in the right place, that tacky glue is the one to use, especially while we've got it on offer.
Rosalind says as well, that opening would be pretty, maybe with some of the nesting dies that she has, she could use to do the opening. Great idea, especially if you've got, oh, maybe if you've got those Baroque frames, that would look beautiful, wouldn't it? Lacy detailing cut into the front of that box. Loads of things you're going to be able to use. But the thing is with the Scoremaster, once you've got it, you never need buy a box ever again. You can just make them all yourself, which is fantastic. And all of your different card blanks as well. There is so much that you can do with it. That's so fancy. What are you going to put? What would you be putting in that box, Sarah?
Well, I know what you want me to put in the box, Joe.
What?
I didn't know if that was a leading question, you know.
I mean, it does. It's very sturdy. I reckon it would support quite a lot of pieces of fudge, that one.
And luckily for you, it's just a double layer of, a single layer of fudge or whatever. I don't think you'd fit a double layer in here.
Absolutely.
I think
I don't have the
inch-deep
willpower
boxes
for
are
a
the
double
way
layer.
forward for those of us who don't maybe have the same self-control. Me neither. I keep making fudge every weekend for those of you that don't know what we get. I seem to keep doing it every weekend, and then I have to drive it over and leave it all with my dad to stop me eating it. I enjoy the baking of it, but then I can't leave it in the house because I literally would eat the whole lot. I dropped some off at Joe's house on the way home from my mum and dad's.
I had to go on a wild fudge hunt, didn't I? It was fabulous.
Right, are you ready to see me box all done, lid and base? So can you see the lid is perfectly connected? They share that side there, and then the lid will fit perfectly over the base because it's that little bit bigger, right? So remember what I was showing you. I'm going to explain them sizes again now you've got it in front of you. So you decide how big your box you want to be. We decided we want ours to be 5 by 5 because of the size of our acetate. So on this side here, you're going down an inch, along 5, up an inch, along 5, up an inch. So that's 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1. So that's where we got to 13. And on this side, we just came down an inch, along 5, up an inch. So it was 7. So 13 by 7. Then you just, however wide it is, 13 inches, measure the halfway, put half of the depth of your box either side for a set of tram lines, and then make your base, make your lid, all in one piece. This is the stuff I love, Joe. This is my favourite type of crafting. There's the engineering kind of side of it like that. So that's why you all need a Scoremaster. Because how on earth would you do that if we hadn't done the lid and the base, making one a tiny bit smaller for you? It literally would be impossible to do that without having a specific box making board. But that's a box maker in addition to the card scoring that it does as well. It's like a 2-4.
Always got a good wobble.
It's good card stock, that, Joe. You've only got half a pack there as well because I pinched the other half.
Don't forget, you're going to get that A3 Centura Pearl double-sided as well in the A3 size in the ivory, and that is going to come along with your Scoremaster as well. You can get both the Scoremaster and that gorgeous cardstock, £20 or $25 if you want to get that. It's very, very busy. Right, the Xyron, so incredibly busy. So many of you multi-ordering this. More of you multi-ordering than going for a single one because you guys know how hard we work to get this in stock. We literally get it in stock and it sells out. How they've allowed us to put a 10% discount on there and then another 10% discount is completely beyond me. It is your amazing sticker machine. So what you're going to do, take all of those intricate die cut elements that you've got, pass them through, take it out the front, rip it off, give it a little bit of a rub, and it's rub and stick technology. You can then pop it straight onto your card. So if you maybe with intricate things, maybe you just really struggle with what Debbie Robinson calls, and I think Sara might call them as this as well, the dreaded glue bogies, then this is absolutely going to get rid of those for you because it puts just the right amount of adhesive exactly where you want it. $7.28 or £10.52. You can multi-order, it's not one per customer, but definitely get yourself stocked up because we don't have those in all the time. Oh, shall we share with you? Oh, I was going to share with you the Nature's Garden collection that we've got here. It's the Fairy Garden that you've got in this collection. 1884 or 1978, depending on where you are. You've got a really nice little, let's not say little, you've got 4 really great usable elements within here. You've got that signpost there firstly. You're going to use that in this collection as well as a whole host of other different projects too. You've also got the Nature's Vines. Now these are flourishes and swirls, and I think flourishes and swirls are a bit underrated. People might say it's just a flourish and a swirl, but you can make a border out of it, you can make a corner, you can turn it into a frame. There's absolutely loads you can do with the humble flourish. Now you've also got one of our edgeable dies. Edgeable's amazing. Again, 4 hours of edgeable masterclasses available to you completely free of charge right now over on the Crafters TV website. And then we've got one of our legendary cut and emboss folders as well. One pass, this is going to emboss all that fabulous detail and it's going to cut it out for you as well. Now, 40% off of that was a whacking great discount, wasn't it? However, double discount means we've taken another 15% off as well. You are, it's about half price deal. You're saving about the same amount you're spending, which is fabulous value for money. Really busy on that. I want to give you a reminder of that massive sentiment stamp set that we've had for you in the show as well. Really lovely, fun sentiments within here. We give you half off to begin with and then another 15% off as well. Loads of really usable sentiments within there, which is fantastic. Right, I wanted to remind you as well about the colour blend pencil deal that we've got. Remember, Sara did promise you a demonstration, so we're going to hold her to that promise. But this is fantastic if you either want to just try these, or maybe you've got these and you love these and you'd love to send them to a friend or relative, because as with everything here at Crafts Companion, you can pay for it and we can send it wherever you want us to send it to as well. We'll send them the fabulous products and we can send you the bill. So this might be a lovely little care package for someone. But I'm going to hand you over to Sara. Also let you know we do have the accessory collection that goes with it as well, with the paper stumps and also the paper stump sander and the blending solution and also the pencil sharpener as well. All 3 of those. I know you've been waiting for a long time for that to come back in stock. It is in stock right now. It's available over on the website, so do stock up on that. Very busy on both of those. Right, why do people love these so much, Sara?
Right, so colour blend pencils are a wax-based pencil. Oh, wrong side. I'll let you get to me. Right. Colour blend pencils are a wax-based pencil. So what you've got is in the core here, if I just take one of these pencils to show you, for example, you've got a fantastic quality like a very highly pigmented base in here. And actually what we do is we make our cores a lot thicker than you would regularly have. So if I show you that in the close-up, our core is much thicker here than a regular pencil would be. Now let me just explain to you why you have different qualities of pencil, because wax-based pencils, basically anything that is not a watercolour pencil is a wax-based pencil. You can go and pick up wax-based pencils for like a £5 a set. What makes these so special? Well, it's all to do with the amount of, oh, we know you're off. Yep, so foil press is off now. It's to do with the quality of the wax that you use and and also the ratio of pigment to extra stuff. So when I say pigment, inside these pencils, let me just get a little bit of cardstock here and I'll show you. Inside these pencils, these are very, very waxy when I lay them down, and you get this lovely smooth kind of rub on them. So if we just get another little colour as well, you can see here we've got this lovely, beautiful waxy finish. And can you see how we've been able to blend colours from one straight into the next? I can go straight into another one. Let's pull into a purple. So we can go down with the purple, and then we can layer that colour from the purple over the blue and get a lovely blend straight from one shade into the next one by layering up that colour. Let me get you in for a nice close up then. You can see that lovely layering of colour. In fact, what I will do is I'll see if I can get you really up close on here. So I'm explaining to you about the waxy finish and the pigment. Basically, when you think about the quality of these the inks of the pigments, you've got inside a pencil the ground up pigment, and then the ground up pigment is held together by a wax. Now just think about waxes. You can go and buy a candle for like £2, $2 in the cheap store, right? Or you can spend £50, £60 on a really quality high-end candle. You're not just paying for the brand and the smell or whatever. The quality of wax here is so much greater than the quality of wax here. It's the same when it comes to your pencils. We don't just use any old wax. We use the highest grade wax that is only used in all of your professional colouring tools. So that's a reason why you would want that type of wax. Then when it comes to the pigment, because these are so bright and so highly pigmented, we put only the pigment and the tiniest amount of fillers to bind this together. If you use a really cheap pencil, you'll find when you colour with it, it scratches a little bit. That's because what you've got is maybe 50-60% pigment, and then it's filled up with loads of fillers like talc and chalk and sawdust ground down into the pencil, held together with a cheapy wax. With ours, you've got almost pure pigment wrapped together with the highest quality wax, which is why, and again, I'll show you this, we're getting really close. I'll try to get even closer, I think. I'm going to go one colour, and I'm going to blend straight into my next colour and layer them up on top of each other. And then I'm going to go straight into the third colour here and layer these colours up on top of each other and get that beautiful seamless blend as you're layering up that colour. Now our Leanne has done loads of fabulous tutorials, and also she's done an amazing DVD, so you can always go and pick up her DVD if you want. What we've done in this little Try Me collection is we've given you a selection of the different colours of pencils. So this is a really nice pencil colour selection. You can see there all the different colours that we have to work with, and you've basically got all the different colours of the rainbow. What we've put in the Try Me selection is all of these. We've also put the right type of ink pad that will give you great quality stamping for when you're blending with. We've given you some of the special cardstock that's got that lovely smooth finish to enable you to get a lovely smooth edge to that. And we've put some nice stamps that are brilliant for starting off your kind of stamping journey. So let me just pick one of these stamps up. Pop it on just a block. You can put it onto any block that you've got. I'm going to ink it up, and I'll start and show you some of the techniques. So you're taking your ink to the stamp always, and then we're going to pop this down in the corner, and we'll do a nice stamped image. So can you see there what a beautiful stamped image that one is? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, should we do like a red? Let's pick these colours in here. I'll go with a red and a yellow, and we'll blend the red and the yellow in on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come yellow up the middle, all right? And then I'm going to come red around the outside, and where the red and yellow meet in the middle, you can layer up the colour together and get a lovely kind of ombre orange. So I'm just taking a little bit, and I'm getting that ombre of orange in the middle. Can you see? Now, it's even easier and quicker if you, at this stage, what you're doing is you're building up layers and layers of wax. If you can obliterate the wax out of here, so I'll do another one while we're chit-chatting. If you can obliterate the wax out of where we've done the colouring, that blend will happen almost instantaneously and be loads faster. And the good news is we have a product which does that obliteration for you, and I'm going to show you that next. So let me show you. This is the product. It's called our Spectrum Noir blending solution. So this is what is in that extra kit, and let me show you how you use it. To use the blending solution, you need actual blending solution itself, and you need these paper stumps. Have we got this on double discount too? Well, I can't believe this is on double discount. Wow, right. So you also need, which is also in the kit, one of these. So if I just tear this off, we'll get a nice fresh new strip on here. It's a little bit like a lint roller in how it works, in terms of you just tear off to the next one when you're ready. Can you see this has got a little bit of colourant on the edge? I just want to clean that off. So I just clean it off on the sanding stump so that we get left with just pure paper in the paper block here. And I'm going to take some of this pencil blending solution and I'm going to pour a tiny little bit into the lid, because you don't need very much of this. Now you should really pour it onto a sponge and pick it up from a sponge. I'll get wrong off our Leanne if she sees me doing this. Tiny little bit on here, and then watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rub around here, and by rubbing around there, it completely obliterates all of the air, all of the wax that we've got, and leaves me with just a beautiful ombre effect of the red into the yellow. Can you see that? Now I'll give you a bit of a zoom. You can see there we've got that lovely ombre of orange. You didn't see me having an orange to work with. Have a look at the little close-up there and you can see that lovely ombre. I've made that shade of orange. Let me show you again while you're on the close-up there. So we come in with the yellow into the middle, and then we come with the red around the outside. Now you can either layer up the colour by just going over and over, but if you look at them two there, you can see these ones are ombre'd. This one that I've just done is all plain. Soon as I bring this in and just give it the blend over, it creates me that new ombre shade and obliterates out all of that colour. I can always go and add a little bit more colour on top of it. You can keep layering it up over and over. That's why the colour blend pencils are fabulous to work with, and why if you are going for them, you also want this blending solution. And what I would say as well is, if you've been watching the colour blend pencils for a while and thought, I really fancy trying them, but they're a bit expensive. They're very high-end artist grade pencils. It's a lot of money to kind of give them a try. This is your way of being able to give them a try, just by getting a little bit, by getting a small selection, like a curated colour assortment, and then also getting the right ink pad and the right paper to enable you to get the great results.
Fantastic. Mary, one of our previous craft ambassadors, says, okay, Sara's using my all-time favourite pencils, the colour blends. There's a lot of love for these as well. A lot of people talking about using these. Remember as well, if you go back to one of our previous Colour Me Happy shows have we done 1 or 2 colour blend pencil shows, Sara?
We've done 1 colour blend pencils.
One, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we did 2 aqua blends as well. So you can go and find 2 hours of inspiration and education right now over on our website, or you can actually search for those videos through Facebook. If you go to Crafters TV, it automatically, Facebook creates a load of playlists, so you can see all of the Colour Me Happy shows. So you'll be able to very quickly and easily find that colour blend show within that playlist, which is great. Details on your screen there at the moment for the Essential Tools Kit, which is going to get you, of course, your paper stumps, your sander, it's going to get you a sharpener, it's going to get you that blending solution as well. But also really, really busy now too for the Try Me Craft Me kit, which in there you're going to get the paper cardstock, you're going to get the stamps, the ink pad, and you get all the pencils. You could easily pay more than this. For another brand, you could easily pay way more than that just for the pencils alone. So it's great, the value we're able to bring you, because of course we manufacture all of these fantastic Spectrum Noir products, so we know exactly what you guys want and love. As Sara always says, it is artist grade product at craft prices, and I have to agree, as I know lots of you guys do. Do pop across to our website as well and have a look at the independently verified reviews for things like all of our pencils too. You'll find all of that over on our website. Stacey over on Facebook saying she really, really needs that Centura Pearl cardstock. I think everyone is grabbing that now, Sara, now that they've seen it. It is lighting up our website. That is looking beautiful, Sara.
Well, I'm just going, while you were talking, Joe, I thought, I'll go and add a little bit more colour in. And I love, see, you know what I'm like, Joe, for wanting to do everything at super quick speed. Well, this enables me to do that. So I'm just literally I've decided I'm going to add a little bit purple into my leaves. And so the blending solution allows me to just break away all the wax, obliterate all of that wax out there, and just have the depth of the really highly pigmented colours. And it's just such a nice way to do all of your colouring and blending, because I love blending. You know what I'm like with with our tri-blend and with our Spectrum Noir pens. Have a little look at that on the up close and you'll see, look at that depth of colour that I've got, the shading of the purple into all of these, just by adding a little bit of colour and blending all of that out perfectly. I mean, literally, it's just perfect. And 20 quid. 20 quid, $25 to try the colour blend pencils. And what I didn't want you to do is just go and buy a box of the pencils, because you'll get it home and if you're not using the right cardstock and you're not using the right ink, you're not going to get the best results. Whereas this way I can make sure you've got the right card, you've got the right ink, you've got some brilliant stamps to try it with. So you can get this home and you can do exactly that little project that I've just done and be like, wow, it really is as easy as what she was saying. And that's what I wanted to do with these kits.
Absolutely, I know you're going to love them, as so many of our regular viewers, just like even Mary's now putting as well. Love it, love it with a big purple heart, which I love as well. A lot of you loving those as well. A few people, a very small amount of people, are having a few issues on the website. We are aware of it. We're actually performing some upgrades on our site at the moment. It's only affecting a handful of you. If it's affecting you, what I would say is go to the very bottom of the page, fully log out from your account, close the browser down, then open a new browser and log back in. If that doesn't work, you could also try clearing your cookies. Apparently it's very easy to do.
Cookies?
Cookies.
Who's got cookies?
No, there's no cookies in the show. We need people to clear their cookies is what we want them to do. I'll clear them for you straight in here. Anyway, let's press on. I want to remind you of some of the great Hunky Dory products. It was such a pleasure to have Anne-Marie here with us last Friday for the Craft House, but we also had a masterclass, darling, of some of the Hunky Dory products just yesterday. These are two little books that you've got here, 144 pages in each of these, 6 designs as well. So if you want to fussy cut them, you want to decoupage them up, absolutely you can do that. So those two together, $12.99, which is amazing. You get 288 pages of A5 toppers for $12.99. Sensational value. We also had the Blush Moments Fabulous Finishes, an A5 paper pad collection for you. In here, you got 8 sheets of toppers, 8 sheets of foiled cardstock, and you got 8 sheets of printed cardstock, as well as an A5 paper pad as well that went with that. £25 or $30 for those. We had the special moments. Now this one was very special. This one was so special because you got a vast array of colours and a vast array of themes, from new baby to congratulations, you've passed your driving test. 16 sheets of foiled die cut toppers in here, 16 sheets of printed and foiled cardstock, and 16 sheets of foiled cardstock within there as well. So 48 sheets in total for £25 or $35. That was 350 GSM, that collection as well. So really, really great value there. The next one we've got is our little books of moments and milestones for you, and floral favourites. If you love to fussy cut, then this is without a doubt the one for you, because those floral images in there are crying out to be fussy cut. Lots of all of your milestone birthdays taken care of in that other book there as well. Again, 144 pages in each, $12.99 or $17.49. One more for you as well. It was the Paint Drop Florals luxury card and 6x6 paper pad. So you got the 6x6 paper pad in there. You also got the card collection, which had 8 sheets of your foiled and die cut toppers, 8 sheets of your printed cardstock, and 8 sheets of your printed and foiled cardstock in there as well. All of the Hunky Dory items, so incredibly popular, but they are hanging on by a thread. Very, very low stocks left of these. And Sara has chosen her absolute favourite one that she wants to demonstrate for you in a moment. Belinda's saying, I can't find the blending tools in the bundle. Probably because they're not called blending tools. I've just called them the wrong word. They are called...
Paper stumps.
pencil blending stumps is what they are called. Debbie kept getting herself in a tiz earlier because she kept talking about dipping her stump in the blending solution, and it just didn't sit right with her. She got herself, she was like, oh, what am I like? We do love Debbie. She'll be back with us on Monday. Me and Debbie, Sara, aren't we? We're launching Christmas on Monday with a masterclass. It's going to be exciting.
Well, yes, are we all feeling in the Christmas mood? If not, you need to get in the Christmas mood by Monday, because Christmas officially launches here at Crafters Towers on Monday morning. We've got 2 weeks of our big Christmas event. I know it seems really early, but trust me, over here in the UK in the craft industry, this is when Christmas kicks in. So we're just keeping up with the rest of the industry. So a big week next week, starting all of our Christmas stuff. And the week after, we start doing a lot of our Christmas launches. So yes, a lot going on next week. Right, are you ready? Should I walk you through how this kit works? You're ready, right? So basically in the kit you get, can I just show you how much we get? All of this, like this huge selection, huge stack for £25, $35. Now there is 16 different sets, and I reckon each one is going to make at least 2 cards. So you can see how much you've got there to go with. Idea sheet comes included, so you've got, and I'm going to just copy some ideas off the idea sheet to show you now. But let me show you, for each selection, you get a topper and then 2 of the matching cardstock. So let's have a look. I'll put these over here so I can kind of walk you through all of them. So there's the topper sheet and the 2 sheets of matching cardstock. By the way, if you absolutely love these, you do only get one of everything, so you might want to go for multiples. So then we get the On Your Wedding Day, again with 2 of the matching sheets of cardstock. Then we've got, oh, this wasn't nice. This was the retirement one. So it's called a Long and Happy Retirement. And then the 2 sheets of cardstock to go with that one as well. Oh, this one's lovely, the baby one. And can you see one of these every time is foiled also? So it's got that lovely foiling. And then there's the beautiful baby toppers that go with it. We said we love this one, Joe. I said my boys would love this. It's called Father's Day Fun, but actually I wouldn't use it for Father's Day. I think it's just brilliant for kids' cards, this one. Little boys' cards in particular, I would say. Then you've got Best of Luck. So you've got some of your nice green ones, great for St. Patrick's Day cards as well, those of you that do St. Patrick's Day cards. Bon Voyage. Now there's absolutely tons of toppers on this one, Joe. And then the papers are really nice because that's your foiled one. And then you've got those lovely little birdies as well on that one. So it doesn't need to be Bon Voyage. You could just use some of the, let the adventure begin, good luck. No matter where you are, you'll always be in our hearts. This is a fabulous set here. So you've got the really jazzy backgrounds with the trendy. It's just called Birthday Wishes with a bow on top, but brilliant for all of your birthday cards, this one. There's No Place Like Home, brilliant for new home cards, or even just for people who are staying at home at the moment. Remember, only one of each of all of these. So if you want multiples, Get Well Soon. There's a nice card I thought I'd have a go at in the instruction booklet with the Get Well Soon. So I think I'll pop them to one side and we can do a nice card with the Get Well Soon. We've got our Fine Romance. Some beautiful, so for example, that one there, there's a lovely card made with it. How simple are these cards to do? But look, that literally is just scored a couple of times and then the few toppers on there. That's really simple to do, that one. You've got in here your Easter wishes with the Easter wish ones. And then it's not the last one because I've used a few sets of these. This is my set that I've been doing my demonstrations from. So I've used a couple of the collections, but you're at least seeing most of them from what we've got there. So here we go, I've got that Get Well Soon, and I also quite liked, I did say at the beginning, I was going to use this set here. So here's what I would be doing, guys, if I got this home. I'd be getting these home and I'd be looking at that card and thinking, brilliant, I like that one, let's have a little go at that. So that uses this sheet here. So I'm just going to use that sheet here, and look what they've done. By the looks of it, looking at that card, they've just gone straight along at this point here, so that is 1 3/4 of an inch. So what's double of 1 3/4, Joe?
3.5.
3.5. So we do the 3.5 and we score that down again. So there's my 3.5, and you see that makes a nice little fold on the front. So we'll go the 1 3/4 and then the 3.5 this way. So there's that fold there. And then you want another piece on the back. So all I would do is decide on how high you want this. That's at 5.5. Let's take an inch over the back, which makes our card, there we go. That's going to make our whole card. Let's have a look. 3 3/4 inches deep. Oh, I've got a little bit of that cream card to use up, Joe. What an ideal time to do it. 3 3/4 by whatever my A4 is. You can, as long as you can watch what I'm doing, Joe, we're all good to go.
Some people saying they can't see the blending essentials on the website in the US. I'm thinking, do we ship that to the US, that blending solution, Sarah? Is that what it is? Maybe it's some of those
find out,
shipping
Joe.
regulations that bite us in the bottom from time to time there. Malia says, OMG, Sarah, I'm not sure if you've done a collection like this print, but if you didn't, you need to do one. I love those colours and prints, which is why I love your Enchanted collection.
Yes. Very pretty.
Our lovely Debbie's watching as well. Hello, Debbie. Debbie, what am I like, Robinson? She was here with us today. She's going to be back as well. I'll be back on Monday with Debbie for that embossing folder masterclass. And we're very excited about it. Debbie was talking me through all of her fabulous demonstrations that she's got planned last night. Christmas and HSN on the same day. That's going to be an expensive day. I can't wait, says Robin. Oh, it's going to be an action-packed week for you next week here on Crafters TV. We'll be giving away a free gift every day, every single day, but there'll only be a finite amount of stock of those free gifts, so you have to be quick every day. Apparently, loose lips sink ships is what my producer / big boss Laura, because obviously we have producer Laura that's here all the time, but I forget sometimes that big boss Laura is in the gallery, and these things just come out. What can I say?
Laura, this is what we have to deal with all the time. Ask the customers, they'll tell you. Or actually, they probably won't, because they're all Joeites, aren't they? They've all got your back.
Also, if you want to go for these collections, these hunky-dory collections, but you want to see a whole... Well, I was going to say 2 hours, but really 4 hours. You can go back and watch the masterclass from yesterday morning that was here on Crafters TV, and you can go and watch back when Anne-Marie from Hunky Dory joined us live here in the studio via the medium of video link up on Friday when we launched the Craft House as well. So there's always tons of inspiration for you when you get these kits home. And also, if you share this stream, it will go onto your Facebook, so then you'll be able to find it really, really quickly when you want to watch it back when your parcel arrives. That looks beautiful, Sarah.
Well, wasn't that nice and quick and simple as well? And all I've done is taken inspiration from what was in the instruction booklet. So you could be doing this over and over again with all of yours. That's one. Do you think I've got time to squeeze another one in?
Oh, I don't know. Should we ask the boss?
Well...
I think you can, is the answer from Big Boss Laura.
Good answer.
That's a good point what Sarah said as well, because you get an inspiration sheet in the back of every one of the paper collection. So with the Precious Moments and the blush and also the Paint Drop Florals, you get a sheet in which gives you a load of ideas of how you can do it. The other great thing as well about the Hunky Dory kits is if you're new to crafting and you want to do what we call picking and sticking, then it's very easy to put a card together really quickly. Also, at the same time, if you want to get a bit more advanced with the techniques and bringing stamping and heat embossing and all those other things, absolutely you can do that with them as well. And that's what Sarah's doing now. She's trimming them down on her guillotine to turn them into something new. Are you going to make what I think you're going to make? I hope you are.
I don't know. It depends on what you think I'm going to make. Do you know what I've done? It's going to be my first time ever doing. Are you ready for this? I'm going to attempt a double Z fold card.
Shut the front door, shut the back door, ride the dog up the road naked and kiss the milkman.
I know, but it might not work.
And fist bump the delivery driver,
know,
because you're going to do a double Z fold.
No, right, now you've talked us right up. What if it doesn't work? Right, let me just show you what I've done. This was the sheet of A4. So I've cut the top and bottom off and then I've trimmed it to 11. And the only reason I've trimmed it to 11 is because it makes my maths a little bit easier, right? So let's do the middle bit first. Joe, what's half of 11?
5.5.
5.5. What's half of that?
2 3/4.
2 3/4. Right. So 5.5, 2 3/4. And then so this one here, I'm going to go at 5.5. What's 5.5 plus 2 3/4?
5.5 plus 2 3/4 is 8 1/4, isn't it?
I can just turn it round and score it the other way, right? And then we'll do the same again. So we'll go, there's our bottom bit there, yep. So 5.5, and then I'm going to go 5.5, and then I'm going to turn this around and go 2 3/4. All right, here we go. And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to fussy cut along the end of these. So we've got that nice kind of rounded edge to this. Oh, I quite like just making cards up as we go along, Joe. The thing is, they only said about half an hour before the show that I could add the hunky-dory stuff on, so I haven't had time to get any of my cards ready to show you. But I actually think all you're doing is seeing my thought process that I go through when I design all the other cards that I demo for you. So you're just kind of seeing that earlier design stage in there. So here we go. And quite often I do that and just pinch on Marie's ideas and have a look at what she's made in the instruction booklet.
Not only do I not think I've seen a double Z fold card before, I can't even imagine what one might even look like. Like, I've got no idea. I mean, you're pushing the crafting boundaries here, Sara.
Well, you see, you've never lived. I've never seen a double Z fold card either, so I hope it works too. I just saw something on the instruction book and thought, that's nice. I could make that up. Right, so here we go. Let's have a try of this. So that's going to go on the bottom there. And that's going to, so there's my Z going to be across the bottom. So should we stick that down across the bottom? You are totally like bated breath. I can feel it. I can feel across the...
I am transfixed. I can't take my eyes off the screen. I can't wait to see... Well, I can't wait to see if it works. I'm sure it will work. We're not doubting you at any point, Sara.
Well, I really hope it does work. It should in theory. I've just thought it through in my head a little bit. So there we go. There's the bottom Z. And then here is the top Z. Exactly the same. And I'm just going to do that wiggly tape pen fold. And then you see that'll go on there as well. Oh yes, I'm absolutely loving this. I bet loads of people have done these sort of cards before. It's just I've never done one before.
I bet you could. Do you know what? I bet you could have a dangly bit as well.
Yes, let's do a dangly. I mean, I haven't got anything to dangle it with.
Have you got any bit to dangle it on? What would you normally dangle it on?
There'll be something in this kit. There'll be something in the kit, don't you worry. Oh, there we go. Right, let's have a little look through the kit. Loads of these kits. Can you see I've like little bits coming down? Do you think that matches? Yeah. That doesn't really match, does it not? No. There's a one that says you're wonderful. That's where we are. Thank you. That's nice. Yep, so that would maybe go. Let me find one.
I'm scavenging for a bit of ribbon. That's what I was looking.
Oh, have you got ribbon at your end, Joe?
Oh, have I? I've told you, look what I've got. Do you want thread?
Oh, absolutely.
I've got some floss over here.
If not, that's going to work a treat. Oh, he's got some floss.
I can floss. I've got floss, and I can floss. Can I? With floss. Yeah, look, floss it. Double flossing. Let me taste it, Sara.
Awesome. Right, thread. Love it. Oh, here we go. Right. So you get up there. I wondered when you said thread, it didn't occur to me that you were obviously on the sewn half of the room and it was going to literally just be a piece of thread. I was thinking, of course, we've got thread, haven't we? Right, usually you find, there we go, just going to pull you out.
Loads of you loving this demonstration, if I can find my thing. So is it a ZZ card? It is a ZZ card. You've heard of ZZ Top. This is ZZ card, which is fantastic. Trust Joe to be talking about dangly bits. I'm not sure that's appropriate. That was Christine in upstate New York. She's a minx, that one. Ray says, oh Joe, LOL. But yeah, loads of you loving this demonstration. Loads of you just talking about the preview tonight as well. I mean, it's taking over, it's fair to say. But myself and Sara will be up with that later. Love you, Joe. You're so funny. I genuinely wasn't trying to be. I think I was just, I think that maybe the terminology doesn't translate sometimes, Sara. Maybe that's what it is. Because sometimes you guys say things and I daren't read them out because I think they're very rude, but actually they're not. Robin says flossing is hard for adults. Kids can do it like mad though. Are you saying I didn't nail it, Robin? Is that what you're saying? Yolanda saying lol, Joe. And do it again, says Cindy Sue. No, Cindy Sue, absolutely not. I did my shut the front door and the back door for you earlier. You can't have everything in life. And Jeffrey's saying he's loving this demonstration, Sara.
Right.
How are you getting on with your dangler?
Oh, my dangler's just about fitting. And then look, have I got two danglers? Well, two danglers fit in here.
A double dangler?
A double dangler. So we can go back to back on the danglers, you see.
Wow.
So here we go. We'll go back to back on the danglers. Now, yes, this is just literally a bit of a made-up card. But I tell you what, it's not looking bad for a made-up card, is it not? So get well soon. And sending you well wishes. you're going to go in the back, you're going to go on the front, and then hopefully this will stick around our dangly bit. Oh, yes.
Check that out, a double Z dangler.
A double Z card dangler. Joe, I tell you what, we are literally on fire today. How good's that?
We really are. That is absolutely fantastic. I think I think you could patent that. You know.
Do you
I don't think anyone's done that.
Yeah, I bet loads of other people have. And it folds flat to go in the card.
Someone patented piratage, so I'm sure you can do a double Z dangler. If you want to get that Special Moments Luxury Topper collection, it's really busy. £25 or $35 if you want to get that. It is absolutely beautiful. 16 pages of our die-cut foiled toppers, 16 pages of printed cardstock, 16 pages of printed and foiled cardstock within there, and a vast array of different occasions, from get well soon to new baby to on your wedding day to you've passed. Literally something for everything in there, isn't there, Sarah?
Oh, absolutely. Well, look at that. Look at 2 different cards. Now, I've just made these up. Bear in mind, nothing was pre-prepared, nothing was planned. I've just knocked together 2 cards that both look really, really nice in what? 5 minutes, Joe? 5 minutes? Easy.
Amazing.
But what did I need for both of them? I needed to score the cardstock. You need to score the cardstock. If you've got as long as you've got a great scoring board, you're absolutely fine. Whether it's cards, whether it's boxes, you just absolutely need that score master. If you're going for one of the hunky-dory sets, if you're only going for one today and you want to know which one you need, it's this one here, because that's all your occasions covered in one. And then you need to get the score master to go with it.
You do indeed, because when you get the Score Master, what you also get is that luxury Centura Pearl double-sided, which is gorgeous. A lot of you saying that card was a ZZ Dangler, and it sounds like a really bad ZZ Top tribute act. I have to agree. So you've got the ivory, double-sided, 20 seats, 310 GSM, A3 in size, and that's going to come with the Score Master as well. Both of them are for £20 or $25. That's 15% off on there. Now, the embossing folders, really busy again on these ones. 3 of your favourites. So in here, you've got Country Garden. There is also English Rose, and finally, last but not least, Regency Swirls are all coming in there. £16 and 3 pence to get 3 of our most popular embossing folders. It was a 15% off deal, but remember, this is double discount week, so we have slashed an extra bit off of that for you as well, giving you an extra 10% discount. Now, I need to remind you again of these sparkle pens. So incredibly busy. The sparkle pens are amazing because they just, well, they're lovely, beautiful colours, but then they just add that sparkle for you as well, that ultra fine glitter that you've got in there. This is fantastic because you can go for these individually with a 20% saving, but when you buy them all together, we give you an extra 20% saving. So you've got Coastal Cottage, Floral Garden, Nature Trail, Autumn Winter, Spring Summer, and vintage tones within there as well. So how many are you getting? 12, 24, 36 sparkle pens there for $95.96 or $126.52. Everyone will get free postage and packaging and free shipping and handling on that, and you can still use your Club Inspire discount in conjunction with that as well. Loads of you still commenting along over on Facebook, which we absolutely love that. Remember, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, you can do that over on our website. But Sarah was desperate to show you another quick demonstration with more of the hunky-dory bits that I want to say she demanded we'll put on the show because she loved them so much.
Yes, well, look at the paint drop florals. Look, they're these gorgeous. They're well, they are paint droppy floral designs. And again, you always get the beautiful toppers and then also the matching cardstock to go with it. Now, again, if I just show you, if we just go in super quick and simple with a card, what you can do is as simple as, remember, we're making our lives easier and we're cutting these in half. We're cutting them down to 11 inches and then we can do our easy calculations. So 11 inches, half of that, Joe? 5.5 inches.
5.5, yeah.
Yeah, and then half of that.
2 3/4.
2 3/4, right? So this is then a fold back card. So we've got a nice, quick and simple fold back to go there. And then what all you would do, you see, is pull one of these toppers out, and it just shows you can go and have really advanced cards, like a lot of the ones we did in the masterclass, like a lot of the ones that we did when we went to Anne-Marie. It was nice because last Friday she was doing advanced and I was doing the slightly more basic ones, so it was nice to get a bit of a look at both. But I wanted those people who are watching, who are completely brand new, maybe to card making or brand new to Hunky Dory and want to know where to get started, I wanted you to see how quickly and easy it is just to pick up one of these kits and be able to throw a quick card together. So look, there's one on the front, and then I go a little bit, one down the side, and then I can take it. Let's have a look. Have a bright and beautiful day, and we can put a little topper on the inside. And then we've made a super simple card in how long, Joe?
Oh, I reckon that's been about a minute and a half, 2 minutes there, max.
I'll take that. There you go. Look at that. Minute and a half, and we've done a really nice, super quick and simple card. So it is about the advanced ones and also about the simple ones. So there's one that I've done, but I'm going to walk you through a couple of the other cards so you get a feel for the range, and they can all just be that simple. So look at this one here. Now you've got them in like the orange shades. How lovely is that one? One that I did last Friday. Did I do this, or did I just look at this and want to do that? I think I just looked at this and wanted to do this. Same sort of thing. So can you see we've just done, no, I wanted to do it. Little steps up the side. Just put the little cut lines in here and then shape that one up. There's that topper sheet again, because you get 2 of each one in this set. Just done a completely different way using some of these. Same sort of idea, so you paint drop florals here, but this time you've got them like with the roses on there as well. You use them with some of like your shape dies as well if you want to bring some different shape pieces into them. But there's the lovely pinks, there's the lilac-y ones. It's a nice big card, isn't it, Joe? So that's one of the long sheets just scored in half lengthways. There's some of the like the nice kind of blue boomy ones. It's a really lovely colour palette in this one. I'll give you a little quick flick through the kit now. You've had a look at a couple of the samples. So this is the kit here. Bear in mind, this is the one I'm using. So there's bits of this missing all over. So there's a nice rose topper as well in there with the nice rose backing sheet that goes with it. There's another version of it. There's that one that I've just been using again. There's the pinky ones, different sheets, and they're all foiled and die cut again. Again, there's that lovely with the lilacs in now. It's just a nice different colour palette. And there's another one I've been using and pinching bits out of. Now this has some of your papers in as well as some of your cardstock. So these are the gorgeous, they're perfect for insert sheets. So you could take any one of your cards and either cut down this. If you saw what I did last Friday, I did some designs where I just cut one of the sheets off and put it like on the back of one of my cards, or you can use them as actual inserts in there. So for example, I could take this one here. So if I didn't want to write now in this card here, what you could do is just fold that in half. We can just trim down the middle. And then you can either stick that on the back so that you've got your card and then you've got another insert inside, or you can just fold the whole thing in half and stick that on the back and then write on the back. So whatever you prefer to do, you've got the options in there to do that with the insert sheets as well. So it just gives you a bit of a feel for the sort of style of designs that you've got in the kit, and a little bit about what you could be doing with them.
Loads, of course, that you can do with all of those. Remember, if you want to watch the whole show back, you got that masterclass from yesterday. You've also got that 2-hour craft house party that happened on Friday for you as well. Loads of you talking about that double ZZ Dangler, as you've now affectionately named it. Malia says, Sara and Joe, I just got my Superfan mug. Yay. Thank you to the CC team for having it packed up well so it reaches me all the way here in Hawaii in one piece. We'll take a pic later and send it to you guys. You know what that means, don't you, Sara?
What does that mean?
If Malia has received her mug, that means that Gwen didn't send that macadamia chocolate too soon after. It was only a few days after, so I reckon it's probably not too far away from us here at CCHQ. I know Leanne's had her eyes on that macadamia chocolate.
Oh, I was watching the other day. I heard the two of you twittering on about this chocolate, and I heard you saying, oh, and we'll share some with Sara, and Leanne saying, no, we won't. Just don't even tell her about it. And I'm like typing at the screen. I'm listening. I
got a WhatsApp message during the show. I'm listening to this. I will be having some of that chocolate. Right, we'll share it around. Don't worry, in the gallery now, they're like, oh, we get some. Right, I want to share with you, firstly, the Call-Out Tacky Glue. You guys absolutely love this, and we bring you lots of different deals on this where we maybe include, we bring it to you along with something else like our all-purpose, but you guys just wanted to be able to really stock up on it and have a proper bumper collection of the tacky glue. That's why you've got nearly half a litre of tacky glue in this configuration. You've got 400 mils for $14.97 or $19.47. If you love it and you want to stock up, the thing is with this, it was out of stock for such a long, it felt like months. It was months we didn't have this tacky glue. So if you're in a position where you're worried that we're going to run out of it and you're not going to be able to get it, this is the one, if this is your glue of choice, where you get stocked up. This is the one maybe where you're ordering 2, 3 or 4 of these, and that's what I'm hearing people are doing. If you went for 3 of these, you'd end up with 12 bottles. I mean, you'd have to be a very heavy user and it would still last you a whole year. But don't miss out on it whilst it's on the bumper collection. I've not seen it since I've worked here on a big bumper collection like that, so definitely a great time to grab it. Now, something else that we really struggle to keep in stock as well is the Xyron sticker maker. Now, if you're fed up of, as our Debbie affectionately calls them, the glue bogies, then this is the machine for you, because it's all about taking those intricate dies or die cut elements that can be a pain to get your adhesive onto. You pass them through this machine, pull them out the side, tear it off, and it acts like a sticker. All you need to do is then press, and you're able then to remove the back and you can stick it straight onto your project. It really adheres them very, very sturdily, but again, we don't have it in stock anywhere near as much as we would like. $7.28 or $10.52. Nearly everyone has multi-ordered on that one today as well, so definitely grab that one whilst we have it in stock. Right, Sara, you're like a crafting machine today. Sara's ready to guide us through something more, I think. Is it going to be those beautiful embossing folders that you talked about earlier?
It is indeed, but I need something to emboss first, Joe.
Oh, what do you fancy?
Tell you what looks awesome embossed. Really, really deep colours with a bit of sparkling.
So like some wonderful Christmassy purple glitter card?
No, I'm going to go and make my own sparkle card. What? I've got those pens. Yep. So I'm going to get the purple, I'm going to get a little bit of deep blue in there. Oh, I've got a pink one. So what I can do if you want is I can switch. I can show you how to use the how to prime one of them. Do you want me to do that? Have you actually got the sparkle pen?
Yeah, do you want me just to run you through what you've got, what you're getting included? Because we're actually, it is a double discount. The double discount element is because what we've done is we've given you a discount on them individually. So if you want to get them individually, you can. If you get them all together, they're 20% off individually, but get an extra 20% off when you get them all together, which is fantastic. So what we've got for you is Coastal Cottage. We've also got Floral Garden, which is this one here, Nature Trail, Autumn Winter, there is Spring Summer, and also Vintage Tone. So if you are helpless, you cannot choose for the life of you which ones you're going to go for, you can say today, I'll take the lot, box them up and send them to me, because they're on a double discount price, which is quite frankly incredible, I would say. So yeah, get the lot is what I'd say, Sara, wouldn't you?
Trust me, if you get started on sparkle pens, there'll be absolutely no stopping you. So yes, you do need the lot. Do you want me to show you? For any of you that haven't seen them from the very, very beginning, when the pens come to you, you see, they all come with this little tab on them. And that's because when you first use them, you're going to peel it off, screw it off, sorry, not peel it off, twist it round, and then you're going to twist that right on. Now, this is clear at the moment because we haven't broke the ink through. So what I'm going to do is give it a nice bit of a shake, and it's called shake it to wake it, as our Leanne would say. So I'm going to shake it to wake it, and then, oh, can you see that ink's already started running down the pen there? So when I give it a little bit of a squeeze, it's just going to have that ink travel down the pen, and you can see it starting to travel down the nib there. I'll show you that on the close-up. Can you see it actually moving down the nib absolutely perfectly? So as it moves down the nib, it's basically flooding the edge of the pen. So you just want to give it a nice little squeeze, but not too much out. And I'm just going to give it a squeeze and get plenty of it out there. So I'm just going to do a couple of little splodges there, Joe. This is the pink garnet. Is it the pink garnet? It is the pink garnet. I know pink garnet when I see one. Right, I'm going to go in with the purple. This one here now is amethyst. But bear in mind, you're not choosing between the colours because you're getting all of the colours in the set because it's like an uber big bumper kit of our sparkle pens. I mean, if you're going to do it, Joe, you're going to do it. And then we're going to go in with the Starry Sky, so we're going to go in with the bluey one. And again, I'm just mushing that down. And I'm just getting the colour now. Don't worry about damaging the nibs because trust me, these are a phenomenal high quality nib on the end of these. So I want you to see just how deep those colours are. And then to mix in all the bits that we've missed, just going to come in with a tiny little bit of water on my pen here. And I'm just going to smudge all them together to make sure that we're not missing any little bits. And you see that, so I've gone really, really deep there with the colour. The blue's very, very intensive. So that, now I know at the moment it looks like a big mess. However, just wait till it dries and you start and see some of that intensive sparkle coming through. Right, so that's one kind of option. Very, very dark there, but remember I said I wanted a deep dark colour. That is if we just splodge all over the background. Let's put that to one side and get a nice little baby wipe. Oh, actually, great tip is use one baby wipe to do all of the cleaning up, right? And then after you finish, let your baby wipes, open these out and let them dry out. And they make wonderful die cuts for your flowers, right? So just an extra nice little tip there. So let's have a look. What if I wanted to, instead of a splodgy one, we want to do a blended one. I can take that first bit and then I can just wash it all over the background there. So there's my blue with a washed over background. And then I'm going to blend my blue into the purple. So we can come in with the purple there, blend all over the purple background. And then I can come purple into pink and I can pop in the pink and then I can blend in all of my pink onto a nice background.
Robin in Maryland says, I'm pretty sure I now bleed sparkle. That is how much she loves these sparkle pens. And loads of you talking about you love it when you do a big inky blob splodge. I think that is the special name of the technique.
That's the special name of the technique I was doing. Absolutely it is. So can you see there, we've got that nice, and I've just gone over with the pens again to give us, because I want really intensive kind of ink background. No, that looks really dark. Wait till you see what I'm going to do and why I wanted that really dark background. Now, if you were just doing this at home, you just kind of leave this to dry. But I'm going to force dry it because when it dries, you will see more of the sparkle. The drier it gets, the more sparkly it becomes. Do you know, Joe, I've done so well keeping myself nice and tidy right up until, because we've only got an hour before we back on again with the HSN preview.
For 3 more hours of fun. Oh my word, I'm so happy I finally don't have to keep any more secrets, Sara. The cat will be out of the bag about the brand new Sara Signature Collection at long last. It's been eating me up, you know. I don't know how much longer I could have kept it under wraps for.
I'm going to make you wait till the end though, Joe. I'm not going to make you wait. Well, I'm not going to make you wait. I'm going to make everybody else wait till the end to see what it is.
I can see it right now. It's literally, if you just come and, oh no, sorry, I can't. You'll have to join us for the preview.
What are you like? Right, I've got one of those embossing folders. In fact, can I just say, I've got my favourite embossing folder. So this one, but I say favourite, I have got about 4 favourites in the 3D.
But I think that's one of your favourites
as
well.
This is the Country Garden. So this is the design here with the all over the background. It's one of my favourites because it's a very, very deep 3D emboss. So watch this. I'm going to pop this inside here and I'm going to send it through and go and 3D emboss it. So what I'm doing is I've got my clear, I've got my top plate and I've got my magnetic. So we're going to pop this in between the clear, the top and the magnetic and then send that through the Gemini Junior there. Oh,
lots of you are saying that it's too late. You've already seen it. It's in the booklet's out, but you haven't seen it in the flesh. You haven't watched us stroke it and flick through it and show you all the beautiful things that you can make with it. It's going to be a moment. It's going to be a defining moment in your crafty journey. Just you wait.
It's Joe's like favourite one ever, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I've never known you be so excited. Right, gilding wax, Joe. We've got gilding wax on the show, haven't we?
We do indeed. 25% off all the gilding waxes. They're all available individually. $8.99 if you're in the UK. $12.74 in the US if you want to grab those.
Right, I'm only going to gilding wax half of it so that you can see the amazing difference that the gilding wax has made. And I've gilding waxed it, and then I'm going to buff it to a shine. Now it looks all right there on the overhead. It's when you look at it on the close-up. So come and have a little look at this on the close. Oh my life, look at how intensive that sparkle is, how deep the colour is, and then you've got that gorgeous gilding wax on top of it.
How beautiful.
Is that not just da bomb?
It is absolutely beautiful. And imagine you and Leanne, it was beef ting last week with Leanne, de bomb this week with Sarah. Sarah does say that quite a lot though. I've always wondered what it really meant, but I
don't know either, but I heard the kids saying it once.
Not
my kids, like some cool kids, you know what I mean?
Like, sounds a bit sassy for your boys. Now, if you want to get that gilding wax, $8.99 or $12.74. It's been an incredible, busy double cartload show today. There's been so much coming up. Loads of you are so excited about it as well. People are saying, Joe, we can't buy it in the UK for ages. You don't have that long to wait. The 26th of June is going to be Rose Gold Day here on Crafters TV, so it's not too long for you guys to wait, so don't you worry. That is gorgeous, Sarah.
Ooh, doesn't it look expensive? And then how awesome. And it's the fact that, because they're 3D embossing folders, can you see there how it looks like some of the petals are behind and some of them are on the top? Or along here, it looks like some of these vines are literally over top of each other, and that's all to do with the depth of the embossing that you've got.
It's just beautiful. Do you reckon that silver gilding wax would work over pretty much most of the colours in all of these collections?
Oh yeah.
Because it's pretty opaque, isn't it?
Yep, totally. To be honest, the silver's such a great generic colour, it's going to work with loads. I'm going to have a go at just embossing that other one, Joe, while you're chit-chatting, while you're getting your stuff together, and I might try a different colour on that one.
Terry's saying, I am so glad I have a lot of the sparkle pens in the gilding wax. Cannot wait to try this technique. Lynn says the gilding was always add that gorgeous finish to embossing. It will, and do you know what the great thing is? For a relatively small investment of £8.99 or $12.74, I think it was, is that going to allow you to breathe a whole load of new life into all the embossing folders that you probably have? I think the gilding wax is one of those products where it's going to encourage you to dig out everything else in your stash and try it with that added gilding wax, and maybe rediscover a load of your stash that you've not forgotten about, but maybe it's been sat for a while not really doing much. You're going to give it all a brand new lease of life, which is lovely. Oh, that colour's beautiful. Which colour's that, Sarah?
This one here is your antique gold. Ooh. So it's a little bit like, you know, when we first did the gilding waxes, we did the traditional gold, which is called Empire Gold, and then we also did the silver, and then we did the Renaissance, which was like your coppery colour. Well, when they brought out this one, it was by our request, the antique gold. It was all about kind of finding a colour that was part way between the Empire and the Renaissance. So it was more of a gold than a copper, but it had the kind of expensive high-end coppery finish. And again, if I give that a bit of a polish, and then if I just show you again, can you see on the close-up? Oh my word. Now don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but done onto that sparkle background, so you've got the sparkle showing through, and then adding the gold. It reminds me, I always remember my mum doing a craft called gilting or something, I think it was, and she used to do this, because obviously when we were younger, we had the decorating store. And so we used to have wallpaper that was like this, that was 3-dimensional like this, very expensive, might I just add. And I can remember her kind of coming with a wax and putting the wallpaper on. It was, what kind of, it started with an L. It wasn't anaglypta. It was like in the anaglypta family, but it was the next level up from anaglypta. And it was what a lot of pubs and places like that used to put in. And if you put it in, you've literally got it on for years. I remember her sitting gilting all of our one of these. Obviously, we had it in the hallway because we hadn't paid for it. We'd got it as a free sample. so my mum was like, "Oh, we're having that on in our hallway." And I can remember her sitting putting all that in. That. I absolutely oh my word. Laura, did you know that, or have you just been and looked it up? She's just googled it. Oh, I was so in my head there. You knew that was Lincruster, and I was so excited for a minute. Yeah. So we've got Lincruster in my mum's hallway. Anybody who knows anything about decorating will know that that's a pretty big deal.
Sounds like the sort of thing you need a cream for. Mum's got Lincruster on it. I've got an ointment for that.
Eat what you like. What am I like? What am I like? What do you like? Right, there we go. I absolutely love 2 amazing backgrounds there. All that they are is basically splodging or brushing with your sparkle pen and then rubbing over with the gilding wax. And I always do my cardstock a tiny little bit bigger so that after I've done all the work, I can trim them down like this and they'll look absolutely spot on. 2 cards ready to go there, 2 card fronts.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And remember, go for a few pots of the gilding wax, get some of your sparkle pens, dig out all those embossing folders, and that you'll find so many different ways of using them. Very busy on those sparkle pens. Remember, you can get them individually or you can get them as a whole collection as well if you want to. 6 different sets in here. Going to give you 36 pens. So you've got Coastal Cottage, Floral Garden, Nature Trail, you've got Autumn Winter, Spring Summer, and that vintage tones in there as well. 95.96, 126.52. Everyone gets free shipping and handling and postage and packaging. You can use, of course, your Club Inspired discount on those as well. Right, it is pen and papers time. Let's whiz you through some of the busiest items in this double cartload day. £16 and 3 pence if you're in the UK. If you're in the US, 22.38 if you want to grab those. 15% off and another 10% off there as well, which is fantastic. Oh, the Scoremaster and the Ivory A3 cardstock has been tremendously busy. Double-sided, the A3, we don't have it in anywhere near as much as we would like, so grab it today with that Scoremaster. Already got a Scoremaster? Maybe it's time to get one for a gift to someone else or have one packed away. £20 or $25. The Try Me Craft Me, Craft Me. This one, £20 or $25. I think you could comfortably pay more than that just for the pencils alone. We're going to give you one of those beautiful A5 unmounted rubber stamp sets. You've got that ink pad in there and you've got the Nina cardstock there too. Oh, hunky dory. It is those beautiful little books of garden secrets and wonderful wings. You've got 288 pages total here, 24 designs, 6 of each in each book. So wonderful to fussy cut and decoupage. $12.99 or $17.49 if you want to get that one. Now, we also had the blush for you too, the blush moments, fabulous finishes, 6 sheets of your foiled and die cut toppers, 6 sheets of your printed cardstock, 6 sheets of your printed and foiled cardstock, and you've also got that paper pad there for you too. So definitely grab that whilst we've got it. £25 or $35. The Special Moments collection, this was a beautiful one because it had such a vast array of different colour palettes and also different occasions. Anything from birthdays to christenings to just married to just passed the test, it's all in this one. 16 sheets of your foiled and die cut toppers, 16 sheets of your coloured cardstock, and 16 sheets of your foiled and printed coloured cardstock as well. £25, $35. Little books or little books. Little books is what
Sheila.
That's Anne-Marie. Sheila, that's it. Oh, I was having a moment there. Thank you, Sara. From Hunky Dory calls them. She's from the Northwest. She's got the cutest accents. Little books of moments and milestones and floral favourites here. $12.99, $17.49. Again, 288 A6 pages there. Wonderful for toppers, great for notelets as well. The Paint Drop Florals Luxury Card and 6x6 paper pad, another great one. 8 sheets of your foiled and die cut toppers, 8 sheets of printed cardstock, 8 sheets of foiled and printed cardstock, £25, $33.50. Also, the Gemini Radiating Foil Stamp and Cut Superstar collection. In fact, I can see Sara's waving boards and samples at me. I think she's desperate to give you one last look at these.
Yeah, I totally am. I literally am waving boards and samples at Joe because I'm like, let me show them. Right, these are the 4 designs. Double discount, you get all 4 of these 40% off is what they were supposed to be. 40% plus another 20% is what we're doing. So can you see, you get the butterfly. So this is if you do it with the dream in the middle. This is if you do it with the die cut piece in the middle. So that's your dream, which is a butterfly. Then you've got Just For You, which is your gorgeous floral one as well, your little flower in there. Your Be Happy is your I call it a radiating twist, that one, because it's got the twist in it. And then you've also got the Shine Bright, which is like the one that looks like a sun. So here's your radiating one with the twist. Now with all of these, I mean, that's onto vellum over top of a nice you could do a sparkle pen background with this. That one's just been done with ink pads, but how brilliant is that with the vellum on? Or onto a nice cardstock and the centre cut out with the piece in the middle. Then you've got your sun one, which is your kind of straight one in there. There's your butterfly one as well in here. Oh, there's the sun one onto a little bit of faux leather. I love these. I love doing these little bags with the faux leather. It's just a couple of pieces, super simple to do. There is your flower one as well. So it just shows you the 4 designs and a couple of nice, easy cards that you could be doing. Remember, if you just kind of joined us partway through the show, that was the big thing right at the front of the show. And to remind you what I did the lovely, I did it onto acetate and showed you how to make that amazing box that's got the box lid and the box base all built into one. I'm trying not to get my sparkle pen all over. So box lid and base all in one with the acetate, with the Just For You one. Great for if you're like me, you're making loads of handmade fudge or some chocolates or some cookies or whatever it is, and you just want a nice little cookie box for just a few pieces in there. Maybe I'll try cookies this weekend, Joe, and bring you some in.
Ooh,
keep the little box. We'll keep the nice little box. Hey, I've got quite a lot done, haven't I? I've got quite a lot done this afternoon, given that it's a Cartload show as well. So we usually, it's supposed to be just be giving you a bit of a take.
And also, if you're in the US, normally we'd be saying goodbye. We'd be saying enjoy the rest of your day. But I mean, it's just a warm-up act. You've got 3 more hours coming your way in the US. If you want to watch the HSN preview, though, you will need to pop yourself over to the Crafters Companion USA Facebook page, because that's where I'm going to be doing the gossip. And I can gossip. I can do just pretty much just gossip for 3 hours, which is, I feel maybe like that was what I was born to do, Sarah.
Yeah, it's all right for some. You gossip. I'm going to speed craft through absolutely everything we've got launching on HSN. So you've got an hour. So for us, it's time to go and grab a little bit of tea. That's what we call our dinner in the northeast of England. So that's what we have a tea time. You can go and grab maybe it's a bit of breakfast, those of you in the US, or a bit of lunch. And we'll see you here in 1 hour's time for a 3-hour thorough Let's Walk You Through everything that's on HSN next week. So we'll see you soon.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Remember, we'll see you in just under an hour over on the USA page. I hope you've had a wonderful day. See you in a bit. Bye.